Hi everyone, Tribe9 had a maintenance yesterday, and with that we got some changes to the game. Let's go over them. Version 1.0.5 update notice. Synchro rates have been adjusted. All synchro rates have been adjusted as follow.
So for those who don't know, we recently got massive changes on the banner rates. Previously, it was 0.6% for the 3 stars, which is the standard Horrorverse rate. Now we have a massive change of 2% for when you're pulling for 3 stars. If you're pulling on the limited banner unit or the tension card, it's now a 75% chance to get the limited unit or the card, and 25% to get the off banner. 2 stars rate has also increased too. It was previously 5.1%, now it's 8%. And then 1 star has been kind of nerfed, which is good because we don't really want the 1 star tension cards anyways. So overall, great changes. The community has received this positively. I think gacha system wise, this is probably one of the best in gacha gaming. What's holding it back is the limited unit and tension card does not get added to the standard banner after the limited banner goes away. Returning Enigma entities and synchro medals consumed for synchro. Along with these adjustments, Enigma entities and synchro medals used up until March 3rd, 2025, 7 PM PST will be returned. Basically, all your gems and pulls that you used before the March 3rd maintenance will be returned back to you via in-game mail. Changes made regarding additional places to obtain synchro medals. Synchro medals will be added to the completion reward for each city challenge. Players can now receive synchro medals as city challenge rewards. They added more ways to earn standard banner pulls by completing missions in your Zero Sensei book. If you already fully completed submissions in your book, the pulls will be sent to your in-game mail. Adjustments to character actions. Changes have been made to allow the following characters to execute counterattacks when performing secondary attacks to cancel them out. I'm not really going to say their full name because I'm going to butcher them. So it's basically Yo, Gio, Miyu, Koishi, Senju, Roku, Enoki, Q, and Santaro. So it looks like the melee characters got buffed minus Miyu. Miyu is like a close range damage dealer. So any of the mid range or the long range damage dealer didn't get this buff. Overall, I think this is a good change. It makes the combat of these characters flow smoother. It makes the game more accessible and it's less punishing. Changes have been made to allow the following characters to execute evasion when performing secondary attacks to cancel them out. Looks like it's only Yo and Miyu. I think it's kind of weird that only Yo and Miyu gets this change. I think other characters like Q would massively benefit from this. Maybe they'll add more characters to this list in the future, who knows. The stamina consumption of deflect counterattacks for the following characters have been reduced by half. Again, I'm not going to say the full name because I'm going to butcher them, but it's Yo, Jiyu, Miyu, Koishi, Senju, Roku, Enoki, Kazuki, and Santaro. This looks like a buff to characters that have melee counterattacks. I think this is a good buff, especially against the current Fractal Vice boss, Solitaire, when he's in his EX phase and does 3 to 4 counterable attacks at a time. I think range counterattacks is kind of OP since it can counterattack both enemies' melee and range attacks, while melee can't counter range attacks. So it's probably why only the melee counter attack got buffed while the range counter didn't get touched at all. Adjustments to Zero Sensei and support contract missions. The Zero Sensei and support contract missions regarding defeat Red Limit Series and Fractal Vice one time has been adjusted as follow. Support contract, open 60 treasures chests in Fractal Vice, and in Zero Sensei it's win 15 battles in Fractal Vice. Mission progress will only start to accumulate after the update. Thank you for understanding. So basically they changed the battle pass and Zero Sensei mission from having to beat the Fractal Vice boss one time to just opening 60 treasure chests or win 15 battles in Fractal Vice, which is a lot easier than having to beat Fractal Vice once, because trying to beat Fractal Vice once at level 40 can get kind of rough. Adjustments to battle tempo. Reduce the wait time for multiple characters cutscene to improve the flow of chain skills. Reduce the loading time for returning to exploration screen after battles. The following items have been added in the visual/special effects section, which can be found in option to battle. Hit stop intensity. Players can choose between normal/weak to adjust the temporary stoppage time when an attack hits during battle.
The affirmation settings will not affect the display when enemies attack hits. I did some testing and I honestly couldn't really tell the difference or what it actually does. So if you know, please leave a comment below and let me know what's recommended to either changes to normal or weak. Thanks. Break camera effect can now toggle the break camera effect on or off for break effects. Chain skill effects can now toggle the chain skill effects on or off for chain skill effects. Chain reaction time can now either adjust the chain reaction time to standard or short to change the timing of chain skill execution after break is inflicted. If short is selected, the time for players to execute a chain skill will be reduced by half. With this change, players can choose not to trigger chain skills more flexibly. Oh, that's a good change. Overall, I think these battle tempo changes are good. I did some testing with the settings and it does make my experience better. I still don't know what hit stop intensity do exactly, but I personally turned off break camera and chain skill effect. I also changed the chain reaction time to short. Other adjustments. The debuff that lowers moving speed inflicted by Shark has been removed. Campaign. Buffed characters will now be displayed on the event screen. Potential of pickup characters can now be confirmed on the synchro screen. Adjusted the gamepad controller key allocations for the Veridity or selection screen. Details regarding Zero Sensei missions, attack tests, and defense tests has been adjusted. Updated certain city challenge text. The only adjustment I'm interested in this section is the Shark nerf. I think it's a shame that they nerfed Shark. The debuff was a little annoying, but I don't think it was annoying enough to be removed. Even when I'm inflicted with the debuff, I was still able to play around it till it goes away. I'm not trying to sound elitist, but this game is advertised to be a brutal action RPG, and I kinda expect it to be somewhat challenging. But the last section looks like it's only for bug fixes, so I'm not really gonna go over that. If you want to look over it, I'm gonna leave a link in the description. But if you like my content, please leave a like and subscribe. Other than that, have a great day.